So taking a few moments to relax. Noticing how you're feeling. Some of you have said you're a bit tired and possibly depleted, so honour that today. Not pushing too much into a pose perhaps, and just conserving energy for later, especially if you're busy later on and things to do and places to be. But what you'll find is yoga has that amazing kind of magical way of it. If you're depleted, it energizes you, but if you're overstimulated, it has a really calming effect. It balances you wherever you are, mind and body. Have a moment to root yourself down, ground into the earth. Imagine the roots from the soles of your feet. And we'll scan through our chakras. It's always a lovely way just to tune into yourself. Starting at the crown. Perhaps a violet or white will come to mind. And noticing how the energy feels here. How you've slept. How your mind feels, if it's clear or cluttered. And then your third eye, our intuition center. Indigo or a purple might come to mind. Throat, Vishuddhi, a lovely pale blue or a turquoise. How's the neck? How are you talking? What are we talking about? Heart center, lovely green and pink at our heart. And how that links in with our upper back and our arms and shoulders. And then solar plexus above your navel, lovely sunny yellow colour here. And your self-worth. Sacral below your navel, lovely orange, lower digestive system, lower back. And then root at the base of our spine, lovely red energy, linking with our legs all the way down to our feet. And just having that moment to notice how you're feeling in areas, the physical areas and emotional areas. So I'm going to join you lying. We'll begin with our stretches. So when you're ready, inhale, right arm over. Flexing at the foot, toes lifted. Lovely stretch into our calf muscle and reaching up to the hands, stretching the fingers wide. And then pointing the right toes. And when you're ready, exhale, arm down. Palms up. And then inhale, left arm over, Again, flexing your foot, toes are lifted. A nice stretch here, lowering the leg, lifting the arm. Spread the fingers. Then point your toes. And enjoy some length here. And exhale, arm down. Palms up in Shavasana for a moment. And then a deep breath with both arms over. Tuck the chin in a little. Lengthen through the neck and enjoy now a flex of the feet and then point your toes. Flexing again. Lifting the arms, feel the spread of the shoulder blades. Feel perhaps how it feels like it's hollowing out in the belly. And when you're ready, arms down. On the exhale, palms up for a moment in Shavasana, perhaps feeling some energy flow, like the subtle feeling of energy flow. So drawing right knee in, hands around the shin, we'll do our deep breath. Exhale up. How does your spine feel today as you come up? And then breathing in, coming down. Other side. Left knee in. Deep breath. Exhale up. Follow the whole breath out, maybe a pause holding the breath out. And then inhale down when you're ready. And a third time, both knees into chest, and a deep breath. Filling the belly up to the chest. Exhale up. And then inhaling down. Okay, let's take hands and feet up into the air. We'll warm up this way. Stretching fingers, stretching toes. And then thumbs in, thumbs out, and wiggling your toes. And then flexing at the wrists and ankles. Just a nice pause from one movement to the other, noticing how it feels over and under the wrists. And gently rotating now, little circles of your feet and your wrists. And then a few times the other way. And then we'll take the arms down, keep the legs raised, and we'll cycle. Nice and gently, just warming up our knees. And then reversing that cycle. Gentle engagement in the belly here to support the core. And then let's take the feet down, have a moment, or bring them into the chest, whatever feels right. Take your right leg up again, and then big circles. Warm up your hip. And then a few times the other way. Lovely. Swapping sides. Left leg now. How does it feel? Are they feeling quite even today, or is there a difference you notice? Other way a few times. And then we'll hug the knees in. Just have a moment here. Bring your feet to the mat, knees still bent, and then we'll bring the right foot onto the left knee. And if you can hug your hands around your left thigh and then bring your leg away from the mat, then we'll come into this nice little stretch called, sometimes this is thread the needle, reverse pigeon, and you can feel that in your hip. Okay, and release, so swapping sides, bringing your left foot onto your right knee, and then we're going to hug around the right thigh. Drawing the foot away from the mat, your right foot away, and hugging into the body, feeling that stretch, if that's comfortable for you today. Okay, and release. Have a little moment to rock from side to side. Bring your hands onto your knees. Okay. And then from here, just bring the feet to the mat, knees can be bent. We're just going to move our head, even from this lying position. So imagine your nose is a point, and we're going to start to go spiral in a clockwise direction. And just start to rotate your head against the mat, making a bigger spiral to the outer edge of a big spiral circle with your nose. And then when you're ready, you can start to spiral inwards. And just gently moving your head and coming to stillness. Let's take our head to the right-hand side. And then take your head over to the left-hand side. And then coming back to center. Let's draw our knees in. We'll come up to seated. Don't worry about coming on the cushions. We'll just bring hands onto shoulders and have a nice little rotate. Okay. And then a few times the other way. Lovely. Okie dokie. We'll do a little seated cat-cow. So hands on the knees and breathing in forwards. Breathing out, coming back. And again, take your time here, have a lovely stretch through the back, and then when we curl backwards, drop the head. Noticing anywhere that you're feeling little twinges or aches and pains. Let's circle now, go clockwise. And feeling whatever you feel in the sides of your body and the muscles in your back. And then let's go the other way. Just enjoying being in your body this morning, even if it has got a few little issues and aches and pains. Okay, coming to a seated position, nice tall spine. We're just going to bring the right hand onto the left knee and twist a little, looking over the left shoulder. Breathing into belly. Feel the movement of breath into the chest. And then other side. Nice tall spine. Just enjoying these breaths and feeling the spine open up and the back open up. Okay, coming back to the front, right hand down. Inhale up with the left and leaning over. And then other side. We'll just do a few of these gentle movements. Over to the right again, whichever way you've gone first. And then one more. Nice stretch in the sides of our body. Okay, coming back to seated. So we're going to do boat pose. I'm just going to turn this way. This is a balancing pose, but it's one where you will feel it a little bit in your legs, but we want a lovely tall spine. So bend your knees. We'll hold on to the backs of our thighs to start with. Lovely tall spine. Try not to slouch into this. So lovely lift here. Engaging our belly and our pelvic diaphragm, pulling in, and we'll tilt back. Just bring your toes off of the mat. Just see how balanced you feel here. So in this fairly easy one where the legs are quite low, learn to breathe into the belly. Feeling lovely breath in your body. Okay, so lower down. That doesn't feel too taxing on the legs just yet. We've got a couple more to do. Just exploring it a little bit further. So lovely tall spines, engaging belly and that core and the pelvic diaphragm. Tilt back. And then just see if you can bring your legs up a little bit higher. It doesn't have to be too high, but you want to remain in that stillness and that still spot. Breathe to your belly. Don't hold your breath. Lovely, and lower. Just relax your legs a little bit. Maybe give them a wiggle. And then we're going to come into that again. Still holding on to your legs if you want to, but if you want to release your arms and just bring them away from your legs, then you can try that, okay? But strong holding into the core and a nice tall back. So coming back up again to wherever you're comfortable with your feet away from the mat. Okay, and then let's release, holding tight, still breathe. Lovely, and lower. You can feel that a little bit. Good to strengthen these muscles. Yeah, that's why I only let you hold it for a few breaths at least. So, okay, lovelies. Onto your hands and knees, we'll just do a flex into cat-cow. Having done that boat pose to start with, you can probably feel quite nice sort of warmth going on in your belly and your back. So joining me in tabletop, and then when you're ready, breathing out into cat, breathing in into cow. Take your time, really notice what's going on for you in your body today. And then coming back to a stillness. Let's try coming into a balance where we take our opposite arm and leg away. So right arm and left leg. Doesn't have to come high off of the mat. You can just lift it away gently. Feel how engaged you have to be in your belly. And lower. Let's do the other side. Right arm, left leg. Well done. And gently lower. Okay, we're going to do that again. Notice if you really lean into the opposite sort of side. So left arm and right leg. Does your centre of balance really move? Are you leaning to your left? Just notice it. It's just an observation. And lower. Let's do the other side. So the right arm, left leg. And notice your stability. Well done. Okay, lowering down. Have a moment. Let's come into puppy. So with the hips still over your knees, just lower your chest and forehead to the mat. Lovely stretch into the back of your body and upper back here. Try and allow your chest to really sink to the mat, softening away. Perhaps you can feel some tension in your shoulder blades. Tightness. Okay, take a breath. Let's lift our head ever so slowly and we'll walk our hands back to the body. Okay, turn your toes under, have a nice stretch through your feet. And we'll come up to standing. Okay, we'll do an earth sequence because it's gentle. Nice way of moving our body but not getting too puffed out. So coming to the left side of your mat. Feet just comfortably together, diamond shape with the hands. Deep breath in. We'll enjoy some quiet time doing this. Coming down only as far as you want to today into that squat. Bending your knees. Other side. Folding forwards. Take a breath at the bottom if you want to. You all look so lovely doing that. From watching you all, and you're all sort of at the same time with each other, and there's a steadiness to you, and there's a lovely flow of energy. You can just feel that lovely energy in the room now, can't you? I can. Yes, it's a lovely feeling. Have a lie down for a moment. Yeah. And I think you all know the Earth sequence now. I think I could probably just let you get on with it yourself. Have a lie down. Enjoy how your body feels after gentle movement, balance backwards and forwards, some squatting, some folding, a lovely movement of your shoulder joints, arms, the fingers, how they interlink and pull into you and then push away. It's a lovely little dance of energy moving around you now, perhaps. Open and think about how your heart feels perhaps quite calm and soft and open. Perhaps you feel more grounded now as well, and it's very linked with our root chakra and our heart energy. So these movements, they have a very powerful effect, more than just flapping our arms and bending our legs. It does shift our energy, balances our thoughts. It's very magical. Okay, let's draw our knees in. Right one, left one. Gentle rock. We'll do a bridge next. Nice flowing bridge. Maybe take the arms overhead today. Nothing too strenuous, just a nice flow. So bringing your feet to the mat, near to your buttocks and hip distance apart. Palms can face down, and an awareness on a gentle engagement in your abdomen and pelvic diaphragm. When I say about these two areas, what we're actually gently engaging every time is something called Mula Bandha, and it's an energy lock in yogic philosophy. So, palms down. When you're ready, we're going to push through the heels and gently come up. So inhale, coming up, however high your body wants to today. And let's take those arms overhead as well. And you might find that when you take your arms over, you have a little bit more lift through your chest, and the hips want to lift up a bit more. As we exhale now, we'll take the arms down and we'll lower the body down. And we'll try and use the movement and the breath at the same time. Try and coordinate it. Let's do that again. Inhale, arms up and over, lifting the body, pushing into the heels. Awareness on the balance in your feet. On your next exhale, we'll come down. Allowing the body just to roll against the mat. And we'll do one more. When you're ready, inhale up and over. Can you lift at the hips and the pelvis a bit more? On your exhale, coming down. Nice and slowly planting each vertebrae down, one at a time. And feeling a lovely warmth and stimulation in the legs. Just stretch your legs out into Shavasana. Sorry, lovely? It is. It's a lovely floaty feeling, isn't it? And I think the beauty of doing things nice and slowly and not too complicated. You're aware of your body. You're in and communicating with your body. Everything's moving as it should. Perhaps even now you can feel nice stimulation on the soles of your feet where you've pushed into the mat. The shoulders perhaps feel a bit more free, and the shoulder blades and the back feels looser. And also timing it with the breath as well. There's a lot to be said for movement and breath in a coordinated way. If you were just doing those movements without any regard for your breathing, it's not yoga. It's just exercise class, you know. But the breath, the mind-body connection is all what makes it yoga. So as we're lying here, we'll do the twist as well. So draw the knees back and feet back into that same position. We'll take the arms out level. And this is really nice as well, just to float and flow with this movement. So when you're ready, inhale. On the exhale, knees swing to the right. On the inhale, they come up. And on the exhale, to the left. Try to stay with your mind and your body and your movement when you do this. Try not to let your mind wander off and think about other things. Just be with this flow. And enjoy every part of your body that you feel as you do this. Your feet don't have to be together. You can have them with a little space in between your feet. You can explore how that feels. As you lower the legs and you feel that stretch in the sides of your waist, how does it feel from one side to the other? Stay with the breath and that lovely little flow. Try and feel the temperature in your nostrils. The inhale feels cooler and the exhale feels slightly warmer. So just do one to your left now, and then we'll have finished on an even movement. And then raising the legs back up to the center. Take Shavasana. Arms can come down near to the side of the body. So these gentle movements that we do often in our classes, they're just so beneficial. There are some styles of yoga where you actually follow a pattern of movements and they all flow and you do the same thing every week, each time. It's a little sequence. Different style of yoga. But this, it's nice to change things up a little bit, but still do the things that will build strength and release stuff in our body. So let's bring our right knee in and then our left knee. Have a little gentle rock. Making small circles if that feels good. Okay. We'll come to standing and do a little bit of a movement before coming back down to the mat again. Take your time coming up. We've been on the mat, so avoiding any dizziness. Okay. So I think we're going to do self-salutation, which we've done a few times, but rather than come in, right, I'll offer it to you. If you want to come into pigeon, you can do, but if not, I'll invite you to just do cat-cow. Okay, so the pigeon one is this one, where you bend the knee at the front, the foot goes in front of the opposite thigh, and it's quite an intense posture. So if your knees aren't feeling good today, I wouldn't recommend that rotation. So otherwise, anyone who doesn't want to do that, we'll just do cat-cow. Okay, so coming to the top of your mat, we'll always start with our hands at heart. Okay, taking just a few deep breaths, grounding through your feet. And then we'll release the hands and we're going to step back with our left foot into Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. So we're still facing the forwards. Raise the arms. Look between your hands, or you can clasp your fingers together and make a spire with your hands. It's entirely up to you. So just so that you don't, notice if you're hunching your shoulder blades and shoulders up, have a nice looseness here. And then we'll take the right arm forward and the left arm back. Turning your body a little bit to the side, so you're going to be facing the mirror now. Right arm forward, left arm back. Okay, bending into your front knee, that's it. And then Parsvakonasana, side lunge. We know this pose. Lovely stretch in the side of your body, gazing up underneath your upper arm. Okay, this is where we're going to come down into pigeon. But for those of you that don't want to do it, please come into cat-cow. Okay? So, it's tricky to get into, but once you're in it, you'll know how it feels. The right knee bends. Jocelyn, do cat-cow, lovely. Yeah. Cool. Okay. So from here, feeling that lovely little feeling into your right buttock. Shirley, don't do it if it's too much. Do cat-cow like Jocelyn is. Yeah, no, listen to your body today. Okay. And then we'll come on to elbows, those of you that want to. In the pigeon. If you're in cat-cow, you can stay on your hands if you wish. Don't do anything that's going to hurt you. If your knee is screaming and it is in pain, come out of it. That's not what yoga's about. It's about enjoying the posture, making it feel good. Okay, come back onto your hands if you're in pigeon with me. We're going to toe the back toe under, and then all of us can come into down dog. Nice slow movement as we release that leg that we've been in a compression. It feels nice and good, and we can feel the juiciness flowing around our body. Okay, take a deep breath. We'll lower the knees down to the mat, and we'll do a couple of crown rolls. Bring your forehead down to the mat, hands either side of your head. Inhale, roll up onto your crown. Exhale, roll back to your forehead. Once more, roll onto your crown. Sometimes this feels really hard and uncomfortable, and other times it actually is really lovely and stimulating. And just notice. So rest yourself now in child's pose, or a restful pose of your choice. Bringing the head down, maybe taking the knees wide. If you need to lift your bottom up a bit because of your knees, and that's an option. Okay. Gently, let's walk our hands back to our bodies. Lift our head slowly so we don't have any dizziness. And then we'll come to standing. You can do the same the other side. So a nice slow movement. Okay, so you stand at the top of your mats. I'm just going to turn this way. We're going to do the same. Okay. And again, anybody with knees that are tender today, just do cat-cow. Hands to heart. Just have a breath or two. Notice how you're feeling. Release the hands. Right foot goes back. We're still facing forwards. We're bending our front knee into warrior 1. Arms up. Feeling strong here. Taking a few breaths, gazing up. Breathe into your belly. Notice if all of that breath is just chest. Left arm forwards, right arm back. So you're facing now the window. Opening up through this posture. Feeling nice and strong. Okay, elbow to the knee, side lunge. Elbow, and your right arm comes alongside your head. Nice stretch in the side of your body. Okay, bring your arms down into, and we're going to come into pigeon where you bend your left knee. Only those of you that feel comfortable doing it, do it. Otherwise, cat-cow. That's it. And then some of you, if you come into it like that, then just let that leg sink back. Excellent. Terry, you look a bit uncomfortable. Let your right leg go back a bit more. That's it. Sink to the mat. Is that better?
Yeah, much better.
Yeah. Nearly, Shirley. That's really good. Let your right leg just sink back a bit more. You'll feel it, only if it doesn't hurt. Okay. Well done. Lovely. I think we're all here. Sometimes one side's better than the other, and there's just a little bit more movement and motion. Onto the elbows if you wish. Please don't stay in this pose if your body is screaming, oh God, I hate it. It's okay to feel like the deep stretch that you're getting in your buttock and your thigh. That's okay. It's your joints I don't want hurting. Notice if you're breathing into your chest. Try and bring a few breaths to your belly. Okay, hands either side of just in front of you evenly. We're going to turn the back toes under, and with a lovely slow movement, push yourself up into down dog and feel that lovely juicy squeeze. If you can't come into down dog, then again, just onto all fours. There's always ways of adapting this nice little sequence. Can you feel that lovely tingliness in your left leg now? Okay, drop the knees down and we'll do 2 crown rolls this side. So forehead to the mat. And then inhale onto your crown. Exhale to your forehead. And again, come onto your crown, maybe thinking of a violet or a white. And then an indigo as you come back to your forehead. Okay, take a restful pose of your choice. Child's pose, or arms in front, or a puppy. Okay. When you're ready, just drawing your hands back to your body, lifting up. Let's use the bolster. Some of you might like to do this, I don't know. Like a child's pose, but we'll make it nice and restful. Let's just rest over the bolster. Have you all got one? Everyone got one? Good. Okay, let's have a little moment to rest here. Rest your cheek one side. Let the bolster take the weight of your body. You can stretch your arms in front of you if you wish, or they could be more closer to your body with the elbows bent. Even here, as you're resting your whole weight on here, notice if you're tight in your belly and your abdomen. Notice if you're holding tension in your shoulders. Is anybody uncomfortable? Or are you all okay? Those of you that have got your bottoms a little bit more in the air, it might be because your knees don't want to bend, and that's absolutely fine. But if you want to sink back, you can. Julie, did you want to bend your knees? I mean, like a child's pose, you can come like that, or yes, yeah. If you were happy like that, that's okay. But if you're happy like that, stay like that. It's okay. See where you can relax. Okay. Gently lifting up. Let's come into the one where we use the bolster and the moon cushion as a little wedge. Just sit on the end. Try to have the end of your bolster at the edge of your moon cushion as well. Okay. So if you look like this when you do it, this is not where I want you to be. Your head is really hanging off. There's no support. Your shoulders are at the end. So what you have to do is, as you lie down, just let yourself bring your body down further. And then as you tilt your head back, the back of your head should just feel the end of the bolster. Do you all get me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You'll know if it's comfortable or not. Jocelyn, if it doesn't feel right today, just lie down, lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can have your legs straight or knees bent. I prefer knees bent because it doesn't curve into my lumbar spine too much. But everybody's different. Take your arms just a little bit further from your body so it feels nice to stretch across the upper chest. Okay, how many of you are tight in your buttocks and your thighs? Just see if you can relax a little. Allow this to be a supportive pose. Is everybody all right? Yeah? Okay. You all right, Val? Comfortable? I don't want anybody uncomfortable. See how it feels if you want to take your arms overhead. You might want to just hold one hand with the other. A lovely stretch. Maybe just hold one wrist with your hand. Have a nice bend in your elbow. How does that feel? Maybe swap hands and wrists. Just checking in with how it feels through the arm, whether there's any injuries or anything you're feeling here. Try to relax your buttocks if you start tensing. Maybe take your arms into cactus arms, just where you bend at your elbows, the arms will be suspended in the air. Try and relax your wrists, but it's a nice stretch right across the top of your chest. If you're not sure what I mean, you can have a look at me. It feels good. And then maybe just bring the arms down to the side of the body again, wherever is the most comfortable for you. And again, relaxing your buttocks, try and soften into your lower back. Keep looking for where tension comes up back in your body. Letting go. Okay, let's take a breath. We'll lift up slowly, bringing our head up first. Pushing our body up, and then we can just bring our bottom onto the mat. Let's come into butterfly. With wherever you want to use your bolster, whether it's with the head on the cushion or over or under your legs, whatever feels right. Today I'm just going to come into butterfly. Everyone's different. Choose your favourite one. Let's relax. Enjoy following your breath here. Softening through your shoulders and your neck. Feel your back ribs expand and open and all the muscles in your back moving. Try and direct your breath to the lower back. How do you feel? Ask yourself, inquire with that internal dialogue within. What's feeling good? Being aware of where you feel the stretch. Maybe there is a lovely stretch in your hips. And then we'll lift up slowly. So we came back when we were lying on the bolster. We've just come forward with our butterfly. Take a moment lying down and we'll come into banana. We've done a couple of twists today. So it's really good in your practice to move your spine in all planes of direction. So just have a moment here in Shavasana, let everything reset. Be aware of how you're feeling in your back. Take a few deep breaths. Try and relax the lower back and buttocks if you're feeling it. And then when you're ready, bring your feet to the lower right corner. Bring your right foot over your left, just cross the ankles. Shuffle your shoulders top right, so everything's moved right. And you're creating a banana shape. You're stretching the left side of your body now. Try and relax your buttocks and your lower back especially. Just let everything soften, passive. Deep breaths. And what's lovely when you consciously are aware of your deep breaths, you can feel the whole left side of your body open up. Like a fan, you feel this movement. Try and relax your buttocks and your lower back even more, and the sides of your waist. This is really lovely for your gallbladder. Okay, let's come back to centre slowly. Shavasana, central alignment. Have a moment just to reflect. Feel the chi or the prana moving. And then left side. So other side, feet lower left, left foot over right, shoulders top left. Deep breaths. Try and relax the sides of your waist. Sometimes you'll notice you're really tight, pulling in, but just let it go. Keep checking, because before you know it, the body tenses. And enjoy that breath fanning into the right side of your body. Let's just take one more breath. And then in your own time, just come back to Shavasana. If you need to wag your tail, or if you need to just rock your pelvis backwards and forwards, and just find that comfortable position in your body. And enjoy some deep breaths here. Maybe a long sigh, feeling everything melt to the mat as you do that. Draw the knees in, right one then left. Gentle rock. Let's raise our legs. So using your cushion or a blanket, if you've got, just wedge it under your buttocks for a few moments. We'll just take a few breaths here before we relax. Tilt your feet towards you so that you're not pushing pressure on your back. If this doesn't suit you today, you can always just have your feet on the mat with your knees bent in a supported bridge with a bolster or the moon cushion. Whatever feels better. It's entirely up to you. How do you feel? Let the breath slow down. And then we'll just gently lower the feet, bend your knees. I'd like to come to seated and just do a little breathing practice with mudra, which we've done a few times before, but it's really nice to practice again. Okay, come into a comfortable position. And it's always lovely to practice how mudra and breath move. So come into chin mudra. Bring the hands into the creases of your groin. Sort of on your here. Okay, close your eyes and just breathe and notice where the breath feels like it goes. So have a nice lift through your spine, be comfortable. And you'll notice it's probably quite belly breathing. Okay, open your eyes. Still with chin mudra, fold your 3 fingers in. Okay, same position on just your hip creases. So breathing again. Feeling the breath move a lot more to the chest and the thoracic part of your body. Do you notice it? Doesn't feel like it's going to the belly so much. Okay, opening your eyes. Thumbs in, fingers all the way round, like a fist. Same place. Notice the difference. It's all upper chest, all the collarbone, the clavicle area. So when we do the 3-part yogic breath, these are sort of the 3 areas, belly, chest, and then right up towards the head. It's very noticeable how moving your fingers changes the flow of your energy and your breath. Okay, opening your eyes. We're going to do a 4th one. Hands in still the same position, thumbs in, fingers round. Bring your knuckles together. Just pop them under your ribs, sort of under the bust sort of area. And then just breathe. Perhaps you notice it's full body breath, belly, chest and head here. Turning your fingers upwards. That's it, so that the backs of your hands face down and the flat of the tops of your fingers are together. That's it. Do you notice the difference? Full breath, belly, chest, head. Okay, and release. Give your hands a little wiggle. So those 4 different ways that we felt the breath. Firstly, with the 3 positions in the hip creases, changed the movement of the breath. And then when we came into that same position with our hands, but moved it under the sort of the ribs, it felt the whole breath was moving. Okay, lovely. It's lying down. Cover yourself up with blankets, popping on your socks and what have you. Nice relaxation. So getting comfortable, letting everything soften and relax. With every breath, just allowing anything that feels tight to melt away. Relaxing your fingers and toes. Relaxing the head and the neck, arms and legs. Front of your body, sides of your body and back of your body. And just looking for anything else that feels tight. I have a lovely little book that has all sorts of prayers and poems and stories for a yoga class. So this is Pondering the Dharma. Dharma means our duty, our natural purpose. It's the Dharma of the sun to shine. It's the Dharma of a cat to chase mice. It's the Dharma of human beings to learn to love. Love is the work of the soul. Love is the joy beyond all form. So let us bury the grudge and all the sorrows and do our soul work together. Clumsy through our steps may be. God didn't create this park so we could just play. But what do I know? Listen to Rumi. Every second that unravels far from love, it's a source of shame before the Lord. And that's by Rumi. So Dharma meaning our purpose. And what a lovely way to hear our human being purpose. It's the Dharma of human beings to learn to love. So as you lie there, thinking about all the things that you love, the people that you love in your life, family, your friends. Think about the activities that you love, your pastimes. Think about the places that you love, maybe holiday places, or even just a small corner of your home that you particularly love. Maybe your mind will drift off to groups or clubs or activities that you've loved in the past. Sailing, sports, crafts and creative ventures. Perhaps it's certain clothes or jewellery that you love that means something. And maybe your mind will wander around to certain things in nature that you love. Our furry friends. Just allow your heart and your mind to ponder love in all ways, shapes and forms and aspects in your life. Let your heart open. Very gently. No need to move yet. Just draw your mind back to your body. Perhaps try and remember the thoughts that you were on, the string of thought. If you were still on the subject of what you love, and maybe just have one final thought of what you love in the way of food and to eat as we approach our lunchtime. What comes to mind? What nourishes you? The imagination is a very powerful tool. And just bringing that into your life. So take a deep breath, just a lovely breath in, and a lovely long slow exhale. Letting all the cares of the world just leave with that exhale. And then bringing awareness to your body, so starting to move fingers and toes. And just aware of how you're feeling now with how you began. Have a lovely stretch. If it feels right, take the arms overhead. Maybe rolling the shoulders, rocking the head, hugging knees in. Having a rock if that feels good, and then in your own time, you can come up to seated. We'll chant 3 Oms to end our practice. So joining me, Chin Mudra. Lovely length to your spine. Feel that space you've created in your body with your practice. We'll take a deep breath in. And then bringing our hands together, warming our palms. And then palm the eyes, blinking, letting the light through as we part the fingers, and bringing hands to heart. Om Shanti. Namaste.